Ladies and gentlemen, please rise and remain standing for the academic procession. Please be seated. Graduates, please remove your caps. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Alan Keene, the Chairman of the Board of Trustees for Rollins College.
It is my great pleasure to extend a warm welcome to you, Crummer graduates, and your families and friends on this special day. This is the 132nd year of Rollins College and the 60th commencement honoring the graduates of the Roy E. Crummer Graduate School of Business. It was 50 years ago this past August that I entered the campus of Rollins as a freshman, which also led me to Crummer and my MBA. I owe most, if not all, of my success in life and ability now to give back to my invaluable Crummer education and experience. The invocation will be delivered by Reverend Katrina Jenkins, Dean of Religious Life, following the invocation, our President, Dr. Grant Cornwell, will preside. Welcome.
Good morning. I will be offering the invocation, but I ask that at the end I'll leave a moment of silence for you to end in your faith or spiritual tradition. Let us pray. Most holy and glorious one, I thank you as we gather to celebrate the Crummer Graduate School of Business, class of 2017. I thank you because there is so much pride and hope in this audience today. We thank you for the family, friends, faculty, staff who have been on the journey with these graduates. We thank you because this graduation embodies a vision of education as an engaged and dynamic partnership between academia and the wider world today. I ask that you please bless all the graduates. May this be a time for reflection of their education, joy in the accomplishment, and peace for the path which lays before them. Amen.
Well, good morning, and what a glorious day to be a Crummer graduate. It's a privilege to serve as the 15th president of Rollins College and to add my welcome to you this morning. Graduates, we are proud of your achievements, and we know you are proud of the quality of your education here. The nationally ranked Crummer School is recognized for graduate business education that is personal, innovative, and global, with a focus on ethical leadership. Not surprisingly, many Crummer graduates are among America's top corporate executives and entrepreneurs. Our faculty are internationally distinguished and have guided you with passion for the field and a personal investment in your development. Prominent business and community leaders from Central Florida and beyond are active on the school's Board of Overseers and on the college's Board of Trustees represented here today. Deborah Crown, Dean of the Crummer Graduate School of Business, will now present special honors and recognitions to the faculty and make some brief remarks. Deborah.
Thank you, President Cornwell. Faculty, staff, trustees, family members, and distinguished guests, thank you for joining us on this commemorative and celebratory occasion. And thank you for supporting these graduates throughout their educational journey. Graduates, congratulations. Yes. As Rollins Crummer graduates, you are leaders and innovators, individuals who do and who will succeed in business and the organizations you enter. And while people often think of success as advancement or in financial terms, And right now, we understand that you might be thinking of success as a good night's sleep or a Saturday without some classes. We know that an important element of success is measured by impact. The impact you have on your organization, communities, your family, and yourself. Crummer graduates have a legacy of impacting businesses, industries, communities, and families. As you join this August group, I leave you with 3 simple thoughts. First, be a leader others want to follow, a responsible leader, a leader who knows how to nurture, listen, learn, and move others. Be a leader that builds and values relationships. The relationships you've gained at Crummer have the potential to last a lifetime. Continue supporting, inspiring, and yes, even challenging each other. We look forward to maintaining our relationship with you as we get to know you now as Crummer alumni. We promise to keep you updated. We also welcome you to continue your educational journey, and part of that can be taking advantage of the gift and our continuing investment in you with our opportunity to take courses for life. We also would love for you to keep us updated on your educational journey. Come back and speak to future classes. Support your alma mater. Get involved in alumni initiatives and invest in the future value of your degree and the degree of those who follow you. And third, be a leader with impact. And remember that what a leader does is even more important than what a leader says. Speaking of leaders who make an impact, it is an honor today to recognize our Crummer School Alumni Hall of Fame members who are with us on the podium today. Bob Frock, Chick Gregg, and our chairman of the board, Alan Keene, as well as Crummer alumnus and Rollins College trustee, Jack Meyers. It is now my honor to present the Cornell Distinguished Faculty Award that was established by the Board of Trustees at Rollins College in honor of bestowed alumnus and longtime trustee George Cornell, whose generous bequest made this award possible. The award recognizes a Crummer faculty member for outstanding teaching, research, and service. This year's recipient is a highly respected member of the faculty, a phenomenal mentor to students, and an outstanding colleague. It is my pleasure to present the 2017 Cornell Distinguished Faculty Award to Professor Enrique Correa.
And it's a surprise.
Another faculty award will be presented by the Vice President for Academic Affairs and Provost, Dr. Susan Singer.
The Cornell Distinguished Service Award was established by the Board of Trustees of Rollins College in honor of the late George Cornell, whose generosity made the award possible. This college-wide award recognizes faculty who have distinguished themselves and Rollins through outstanding service. This year's recipient teaches international business, marketing, and social entrepreneurship. She also leads biannual global consulting projects, mentoring student-led teams to solve real-world business issues. She serves Rollins in many ways, including service as the liaison for the Global Links program. The Global Links program is a public-private partnership founded in 2011 between the U.S. Secretary of State's Office of Global Women's Issues, Rollins College, and Tupperware brands. This program is a cross-cultural exchange program for high-achieving female professors in developing and post-conflict countries. Our awardee currently serves the local Winter Park community as president of the board of directors for 10,000 Villages, and also sits on the academic review boards and committees. It is my pleasure to present the 2017-18 Cornell Distinguished Service Award to Associate Professor of International Business, Mary Conway Dayton. Dr. Dayton is currently traveling with our EMBA Class 29 students in Hong Kong and unable to be here with us today. Chairman Keene will now present citations for emeritus status on behalf of our trustees.
Would Professor Samuel Serto please step forward? Dr. Serto, we applaud your 31 years of service and many contributions to academic life at Rollins College and the success of your students. Of note, Dr. Serto served with me on the Presidential Search Committee that brought Rita Bornstein to Rollins some 27 years ago. And now, on behalf of the Board of Trustees of Rollins College, in recognition of your outstanding accomplishments and distinguished service to the college, I hereby elevate you, my friend, the permanent rank of Professor Emeritus of Management. Would Professor Clay Singleton please step forward? Dr. Singleton, we applaud your 15 years of service and many contributions to the academic life at Rollins College and the success of your students. And again of note, 2 years ago, Dr. Singleton served with me on the Presidential Search Committee that brought Grant Cornwell to be president of Rollins College. So both of our honorees this morning have not only distinguished themselves in the classroom for many years, but have played pivotal roles in the leadership of Rollins College. On behalf of the Board of Trustees of Rollins College, in recognition of your distinguished service to the college, I hereby elevate you to the permanent rank of Professor Emeritus of Finance. Honors and special recognitions for the graduates will now be presented by Dr. Singer.
We are going to begin with the scholarship awards. The Crummer Graduate School of Business offers 3 different MBA programs. Each year, the school graduates 2 classes of full-time MBA students, 1 class from its executive MBA, and 2 classes of evening MBA students. The school has established a scholarship award in recognition of the graduate who has achieved the highest grade point average in each MBA class. The Early Advantage MBA classes of 27 and 28 are graduating at this time. In recognition of maintaining the highest academic standards In pursuit of the MBA degree, we are pleased to present the Early Advantage MBA Scholarship Award to Javier Marabete Garcia, a member of the Early Advantage MBA Class 27. Congratulations. I am pleased to present the Early Advantage MBA Class 28 Scholarship Award to Amy Victoria Martin. Dr. Claudio Millman was a brilliant scholar and a beloved faculty member who passed away in a tragic accident while working with students on an international trip. In his honor, the school has renamed the Professional MBA Scholarship Award to recognize him. This year, I am pleased to present the Dr. Claudio Millman Scholarship Award to Professional MBA Class 51 member Rory McNamara. Professional MBA Class 52 will complete degree requirements at the end of the summer, and a scholarship award will be given at that time. In recognition of maintaining the highest academic standards in pursuit of the MBA degree, we are pleased to present the Executive MBA Class 36 Scholarship Award to Pratik Sharma. In addition to the scholarship awards, we have established leadership awards for the purpose of honoring a graduate from each MBA class for outstanding contribution in the areas of leadership, learning support, and goodwill. Established in 1971, the John C. Meyers Award is given annually to candidates from the Early Advantage MBA program in recognition of outstanding service and leadership. This honor is reserved for MBA students who have best exemplified those qualities vital to a successful career in management. I am pleased to present the John C. Meyers Award to Michelle Hernandez for Early Advantage Class 27. And Marcus Brooks for Early Advantage Class 28. Congratulations. I am pleased to present the Professional MBA Class 51 Leadership Award to Judith Neufeld. I am pleased to present the Professional MBA Class 52 Leadership Award to Joseph Hughes. I am pleased to present the Executive MBA Class 36 Leadership Award to Jane Trinka. The Center for Leadership Development offers programs designed to develop ethical and responsible leaders. This past year, the Leadership Center was ranked first in the nation for leadership development in an MBA program. Early Advantage MBA students who strive to achieve the honor of the SunTrust Distinguished Leader of Merit must be actively involved in numerous programs, activities, and community service. In their second year, they submit a comprehensive portfolio, an updated leadership development plan reflecting their leadership growth to a committee of local business leaders. Finalists make a formal presentation to the committee, which chooses 2 leaders of merit and the recipient of the top award. The SunTrust Distinguished Leader of Merit. This year's recipients of the Leaders of Merit are Ella Ruth Abisab and Michelle Hernandez. Would both of you please stand to be recognized? I am pleased to announce the recipient of the SunTrust Distinguished Leader of Merit as Patricia Cunard. The Entrepreneurial Scholar of Distinction designation recognizes Rollins MBA students who have successfully completed an immersive entrepreneurial experience focused on the earlier stages of entrepreneurial startup, due diligence, and finance. Entrepreneurial Scholars of Distinction participate in a competitive selection process and are provided a hands-on experience with one of our program partners, Venvelo Downtown Credo Rally Makers and the NASA Office of Technology Transfer. Would the following students please stand to be recognized for their accomplishment in this program? Ahmed Albitar, Marcus Brooks, Carly Davis, Matt Dickey, Alfredo Fernandez, Alejandro Figueroa, Alexia George, Michelle Hernandez, Joseph Hughes, Sam Johnson, Bradford Linebury, Ashley Lausch, Violet Lynch, Sam Miles, Javier Marabite Garcia, Lisa Morrison, Aniket Sawant, and Sarah Walker. Established in 2010 in memory of beloved former dean and finance faculty member, Dr. Edward Moses, the Dr. Edward Moses Distinguished Finance Award is given annually to one student. This award is given to a student who has shown exceptional promise in the field of finance, determined by members of the finance faculty. This award was presented earlier in the week to James Farrell. Would James please stand to be recognized for this outstanding achievement? Congratulations to all of you. Dr. Crown will now introduce our commencement speaker.
Okay, yes, I need this. Sorry. It's my pleasure to introduce our commencement speaker, Robert Finfrock. And earlier I shared that Mr. Finfrock is a Crummer Alumni Hall of Fame member. But what I didn't tell you is that such a high honor is only held by 22 Crummer graduates that have this distinction. Now, with 7,452 Crummer graduates, well, that's before today's ceremony. After today's ceremony, we hit an even 7,600. This distinction is held by less than 1%. After earning his MBA from the Crummer School in 1971, Bob took his business degree and combined it with his engineering degree from Vanderbilt University and joined his father's company, Finfrock Industries. Now referred to as Finfrock, the company is a design-build firm recognized for being innovative. And I will confess that the first time I had lunch with Mr. Finfrock, I had a hard time making it to my next appointment on time because I was mesmerized with how he brought such innovative processes and principles to his industry. Mr. Finfrock is also a founder and owner of StructureWorks LLC, a developer of 3D modeling, communication, and electronic work instruction software for the precast, pre-stressed concrete industry. Within this industry, Mr. Finfrock has served as chairman, a titan, and a fellow. He is also the author of a book that discusses how companies can innovate their business models and differentiate their companies beyond price in ways that really matter. Mr. Finfrock is also an active participant in countless local, professional, and industrial organizations, as well as members of numerous boards. And we are fortunate that he has served on our Crummer School Board of Overseers, as well as our Center for Advanced Entrepreneurship Board. And we're thrilled that he is a regular guest speaker in Crummer classrooms, even as recently as this week. He is also one of Crummer's very best recruiters, as he sent us 3 Finfrocks in one class, his sons Alan and Bill, and his daughter-in-law Jennifer. Mr. Finfrock is visionary, strategic, principled, and has demonstrated excellence in the very tough skill of being able to execute and adapt. I look forward to listening and learning from him today. Please join me in welcoming our commencement speaker, Mr. Finfrock.
Dean Crown, I don't know where you got all that information, but I hope some of it was true anyway. Well, good morning, everyone, and congratulations to all the Crummer graduates here today for getting your degree. It took a lot of time, effort, and money for you to accomplish that, and you should be justifiably proud. I also want to thank the faculty, the staff, the donors to Crummer for making this organization help in obtaining prosperity for our community, because it certainly has done that. And the Crummer graduates have made many companies successful here in Central Florida, including my own, and they've also made their own careers successful because of their education here. Now, success is what I want to talk to you about today, and particularly success in your career. Now, success starts with some idea of where you're going with your career. And there was a now deceased famous philosopher that had some words of wisdom and actually a warning on that subject. He says, you've got to be very careful if you don't know where you're going, because you may not get there. You probably already guessed that was Yogi Berra. Now, so although you may not know exactly where you're going, you should at least pick a direction. It could be about anything from obtaining a goal. It could be about changing the world and anything in between. Ideally, though, it should be about something you dearly love to do. Because when you love to do something, you will be successful at it, and even more importantly, you'll be happy. So, what I'm going to call these suggestions is like taking a series of steps on the ladder of success. Now, it so happens I have the ladder of success at home. It's leaning up against the wall in my garage. And I tried to get it in my trunk this morning, but it wouldn't fit. So you're going to have to imagine the ladder standing right here. Now, this is not a big ladder. It's only got 4 steps on it, but they're very important 4 steps. The first step on this ladder of success is called knowledge. You can put 1 foot up on the rung of that ladder, but you can't step all the way up yet. You can do that because of your degree here at Crummer. Now, the kind of knowledge, the knowledge I'm talking about, however, is not just regular standard knowledge that you've learned here at Crummer. It's got to be unique knowledge. Unique knowledge is what we're talking about here. And no professor can teach you that. The sad news is you're going to have to teach it to yourself. Now, why unique knowledge? Well, unique knowledge, the reason for that is found in the very definition of an economic system. That is a method or a system for delivering scarce resources to those in demand of those resources. The key word here is scarce. Scarcity is what gives things value. Think about it. If you had nothing of scarcity, would anything have any value? Of course not. There'd actually be no need of an economic system if you didn't have scarcity. So what you got to figure out to be successful is to figure out what resources you need, scarce resources you need to deliver to customers. When you figure that out, you're going to be well on your way to being successful. And there was a statement made that I wished I had made, but I have to quote somebody. The guy I'm quoting is Aristotle Onassis. You may remember he was a Greek shipping magnate that married Jackie Kennedy, for those of you old enough to remember that. And he said something that I just loved and have committed to memory. The secret of business is to know something that nobody else knows. I think it's probably the most important single statement that's ever been made about success in business. So I'm going to repeat it because you may want to remember this. The secret of business is to know something that nobody else knows. So why is that so important? Well, it explains why unique knowledge is so important. If without it, you or your business become what's called a commodity. And I think most of you probably know what that is. That means that selection to purchase your services or your goods, if it's a company, were made on the basis of price. Now, there are some winners in that market, but they are the minority, distinct minority. If you want to get ahead, you've got to be differentiated and that unique knowledge, or that knowledge that no one else knows. Now, why is this? Because in a free market, you must deliver value to your customers. And your customer could be your boss. It could be your company's customers, goods and services. But you have to deliver value in the form of benefits. So when you do that, you then, in this voluntary transaction that occurs billions of times every day in the world, you induce that person then to pay you probably money for that exchange. And that's called a win-win situation. It's that both of you did it voluntarily, and it's well worth transacting. Now, not everything is that way if you think about it. Our politics aren't that way. You've got a winner and a loser, right? That's a win-lose situation. How about sports? Win-lose. Well, that's not quite true, because you could have a tie, I guess. You'll have to let you figure out what that is. Now, these topics that I'm talking about here were taught to some of you in two classes, either Dr. Greg Marshall's class in strategic marketing, or the strategic leadership of the organization. Those two courses taught you some of this. And the main thing, the takeaway from that, would have been that if you study the knowledge of strategy, you're going to be well on your way then to putting that other foot up on that first ladder of success. So now you can climb up there to the first ladder. So what's next? What's step 2 in this process? I say it's sound decision making. And I like to base decisions, particularly business decisions, based on principles. Why principles? If you look in the dictionary, the key words to defining principle are fundamental truth. Now, how can you go wrong basing your decisions on a fundamental truth? And I say the vast majority of the time you can't. You will make good, sound decisions by doing that. Now, at my company, we have 5 categories of principles. The top level being the guiding principles, that we guide everything we do at that company. Now, some people would want to call these values, and I guess that's okay, but I don't like the word value as much, because value can be more subjective in its nature and therefore more subject to opinion, whereas a fundamental truth that's contained in a principle it's either true or it's not true. It's very objective. So we like those. To give you some examples of some of ours, one might be dealing with integrity. Now, integrity is the actual principle, but what we do is we derive a actionable item out of that. So we might say, practice integrity in all that we do. So it suggests an action from a base principle. And we've got 4 principles there. The next category would be strategic principles, some of my favorite, you can already tell from what I've said. And strategic principles, my favorite there would be differentiation. Why? Because that's what nobody else knows. That's what nobody else can do. So that should make sense to you of why that's one of my favorites. We got about, I think, 12 or 14 strategic principles in my company. The next might be management principles. Management principles could be that you believe in objectivity for your organization. You should, rather than subjectivity. So if that would be the case, you might say that management by objectives might be a good management principle, and a lot more that we have. Another area would be operational principles that would be very specific for a particular business or a particular industry, so I won't go into that. And then finally, the individual principles that you would like to practice yourself, and also if you are a management in your company, you'd like to influence others to have that type of activity. So now that you've conquered the decision-making aspect of this with principles, it's time to step up to the second step of the ladder of success. Now, what's next? Well, it's leadership, something that Dean Crown mentioned a minute ago. Why leadership? There's a reason behind this. It's not just because I think it's important. It is important because I've said that you're going to differentiate in some way to be successful. Doesn't differentiation say that you're going to have to do something different to be valuable to your customers? Certainly it does. What is the tool that makes that happen? It's got to be leadership. So you can study leadership here at Crummer, and you probably have, but you're also going to have to learn that throughout your career as you go through, get better and better at leadership, because that's the thing that influences others. So now, there's but one more step on this ladder of success. And you know, when I looked at the ladder there in my thing this morning, out there in my garage this morning, it had no less than 5 warning signs on the ladder. 5, I counted them. And it's all about, don't sit or stand on the top rung of this ladder. You may fall off, up to and including killing yourself. Obviously, the legal departments at the ladder company must have had something to say with this. But I know all of you out there have stood on that top ladder of that rung of that ladder to change that light bulb or whatever you're doing. So I'm going to call this top rung of the ladder risk. You know this, in business, you've got to take some risk. There's just no avoiding it. So would you rather just deal with uncertainty and hope for the best? Or would you rather say, I want to take a calculated risk? So how do you do that? Well, you go back and look at steps 1, 2, and 3. Step 1 taught you that unique knowledge that you need to have the confidence to know that what you're doing is correct. Step 2 taught you the decision-making capability inherent in principles. Step 3 taught you the leadership attributes you're going to need to assure that the people around you will support you when you step up on that top rung of the ladder called calculated risk. So now you can say, well, I'm there. I did it. I've climbed the ladder of success. But I've got one more word of advice, and it permeates all the steps that I've talked about here today. And it's contained in a quote that I actually carried around in my wallet for years. And it was printed on newsprint, so finally it just disintegrated. I couldn't read it anymore. But then computers came along, and then cell phones. So I can have it with me all the time. And I think it's one of the most important quotes that I've ever said about success in your career. It was by Calvin Coolidge, a president back in the 1920s. And I'll leave you with this. It says, nothing in the world can take the place of persistence. Talent will not. Nothing is more common than unsuccessful men with talent. Genius will not. Unrewarded genius is almost a proverb. Education will not. The world is full of educated derelicts. Persistence and determination alone are omnipotent. So good luck on your climbing your ladder of success.
Thank you, Rob. Now, are you ready? Will the candidates for the Doctor in Business Administration degree please rise? Mr. President, I now have the honor of presenting to you the candidates who have completed the requirements for graduation and have been recommended by the faculty for the degree of Doctor in Business Administration.
Graduates, we salute you as pioneers, the first to receive this respected terminal degree from the Crummer School and the college. You've learned to practice the habits of mind that ideally combine the pragmatic skills engendered by a liberal education and the particulars of business, equipping you to address the challenges and mine the opportunities presented in your own work experience. We hope your education here has prepared you not just to address these questions, but to serve as models within your organizations. Our mission is to educate for global citizenship and responsible leadership. And it's as critical for success in executive offices and boardrooms of business as it is in public services and the sciences and the arts. And now, upon the recommendation of the faculty of the Crummer Graduate School of Business, and by virtue of the authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees of Rollins College, I do hereby confer upon you each the degree Doctor of Business Administration with all the attendants, rights, privileges, and responsibilities. As Dr. James Johnson calls each of your names and you come forward to accept your diploma, we invite your family and friends to stand.
Paul R. Cagle, hooded by Dr. Jewel Gassenheimer. Catherine L.W. Joseph, hooded by Dr. Halil Kimaz, with honors. Christine Ann Watts Dubelt, hooded by Dr. Enrique Correa. Daniel Stephen Spellman, Jr., hooded by Dr. Mark Johnston. Garrett Lane Coey, hooded by Dr. Halil Kimaz, with honors. Timothy Benson O'Brien, hooded by Dr. Greg Marshall. Frank Wesley Naylor III, hooded by Dr. Craig McAllister, with honors. Robert Alvin Aiken Jr., hooded by Dr. Craig McAllister and Dr. Bill Moncrief.
So now please join me in recognizing the Doctor of Business Administration's graduates.
Will the candidates for the Master in Business Administration degree please rise? Mr. President, I now have the honor of presenting to you the candidates who have completed the requirements for graduation and have been recommended by the faculty for the degree of Master of Business Administration.
Well, after a lot of hard work and juggling your many responsibilities, you have earned your MBA degrees. Among members of your class, there have been many changes in your professional and personal lives since you entered Crummer, including engagements, weddings, new children, new homes, and I understand an abundance of new puppies. You have collected promotions and job offers from distinguished employers such as Aldi, BDO, Darden, Deloitte, Lockheed Martin, Marcus and Millichap, PwC, Siemens, SunTrust, and Vistana. And some of you are reporting to the most demanding bosses of all, having launched your own companies. Newly armed with the prestigious MBA degree, you will be challenged by an uncertain global environment and by renewed calls for ethical leadership in American business. We hope that your Crummer education has provided the skills and values that will enable you to play a role in reaffirming public trust in business, government, and nonprofit organization. Nothing would please us more than for you to make a difference in the world at the same time you are developing successful careers. And now, graduates, upon the recommendation of the faculty of the Crummer Graduate School of Business, and by the authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees of Rollins College, I do hereby confer upon each of you the degree Master of Business Administration with all the attendant rights, privileges, and responsibilities. As Dr. Johnson calls each of your names and you come forward to accept your diploma, we invite your family and friends to stand.
Ella Ruth Abisab. Alekia Akula. Ahmed Magdi Albitar, with honors. Manuel Crescencio Alegría. Sarah Catherine Ankley. Jennifer Bain. Andrew Baisden. Daniela I. Betancourt. Grant Douglas Ian Blackhurst, with honors. Andrei Andreevich Bobrovsky. Haley Rose Bonus. Kevin Brancho. Stephanie Marie Bridgman, with honors. Marcus Scott Taylor Brooks. Charles Philip Buckley IV. Laura Marcella Baritica. Brendalyn Caceres Martinez. Jordan Cole. Michael A. Connolly, with honors. Keenan Crosby. Carlos Ramiro Cuevas, with honors. Patricia Kane Cunard, with honors. Carly Eden Davis, with honors. Corwin Matthew Dickey. Danielle Ann Di Clemente. Elizabeth Marie Douglas. Shivali Dua. Colin Engelhardt. Courtney Nicole Eversole. Mark Alexander Fass. David Michael Folletto, with honors. Emily Rachel Ferrara. Alfredo Fernandez Caballal. James Farrell, with honors. Yuri Alejandra Figueroa, with honors. Stephanie Renee Fink. Catherine Rothrock Fleming, with honors. Joshua L. Furman. Alejandro Galan Catalan, with honors. Benjamin Alexander Gebauer. Alexia George. Lauren M. Gachet. Alex Jonai, with honors. Gregory Golden. Lynette Gomez. Shirley Habajan. Catherine P. Harris, with honors. Christopher Hennin. Michelle Hernandez. What are you doing? Joseph Francis Hughes. Robert Wesley Humphreys, with honors.
Samuel J. Johnson.
Chand Karamanchandi. Imu Korvanma. Austin Lamaster, with honors. Samantha K. Levine. Bradford Lineberry. Alejandro M. Lopez Alguacil. Ashley Puyido Losh. Kaiwen Lu, with honors. Violet A. Lynch. Kalina Lise Dobradin. Mercedes Machado. John William Mugar, with honors. Ronald James Manchester. Hannah Lynn Mangum. Anna Clara Marion. Amy Victoria Martin, with honors. Keenan Rashawn Mall, with honors. Daniel James Mazer. Rory Francis McNamara, with honors. John Austin McWilliams. Gadi Meshleb. Zachary Adam Merouani. Andre Corazza Miguens, with honors. Samuel Philip Miles, with honors. Javier Mirabete Garcia, with honors. Jamie Mitz. Jean-Paul A. Moore. Elizabeth Whitney Morrison with honors. Gary W. Moses. Anthony Charles Nemo. Judith Pineda Neufeld, with honors. Kimberly Noble. Alvaro Andres Ochoa Mantilla. Philip Oliot. Carlos David Perez Ruiz Sanchez. Nicole Perez Gutierrez with honors. Melissa Kavita Persod with honors. Pinaga. Carolyn Pinaga. Robert A. Paulick. Ashley Powers. Scott Quick. Nicholas M. Wren. Alyssa May Reinhardt. Charles David Rice. David C.S. Richard. Wendy Y. Reeves. Joshua Robinson. Hayden N. Rodrigue with honors. Giselle Marie Rodriguez. William Ellis Rowe. Alexander Sacker. Aniket R. Sawant. Evan David Schachter. Andrea Lynn Shorman. Luther Virgil Shank V. Lynette Ann Schimpf with honors. Lavanya Setia. Pratik Prabhakar Sharma, with honors. Christine Gail Silam. William Mitchell Silliman. Brennan Smith. Diane Albaran Smith, with honors. Landon St. Gordon, with honors. Brittany Lane Standley. Julia Swanson. Jane C. Trenka, with honors. Morgan Ray Underhill, with honors. Jonathan Vaden. Maria Jimena Velázquez Contreras. Gabriela A. Villun. Tien Vo. Angelo K. Walukonis. Jamie Lynn Weiss. Colin Welsh. Christopher C. Widmer, with honors. Christopher Brighton R.D. Wilkins. Pedro Zupo Zaccarelli.
And now I ask that the graduates please rise and face your families and give them a round of applause. And now, graduates, turn to your faculty and thank them for everything that they've done. Now remember, Crummer is now your alma mater, which is Latin for nourishing mother. Remember to honor her. Keep in mind that you reflect on her nurturing in all that you do. Visit her often, and of course, give her gifts to show your love and appreciation. Now, in accordance with the tradition, we ask that everyone please rise for the singing of the first verse of the Alma Mater, the words of which are found on the back of your program. The Alma Mater will be led by Stephen Velasquez, class of 2010 and 2016 Master of Arts in Teaching. Please remain standing for the benediction given by Reverend Jenkins.
Benediction that I will share for you is written by a very good colleague and friend in chaplaincy, and it is our hope for all of you. Now go forth in the world as strong leaders, guiding with intelligence and kindness as inspired thinkers, creatively seeking positive change as dedicated citizens and volunteers, ready to work for justice, and as active members of your new communities, ready to share your gifts with all. Amen. The pipers will now lead the platform party and the graduates upstairs to the McKean Gymnasium. We ask that your families and guests wait until all the graduates have exited and then join us there for a reception in your honor. Now, graduates, you may replace your caps. Fiat luck.